As a foreigner coming to China, chances are you're probably visiting Shanghai, the country's most international city home to 25 million people, where modern and futuristic meets ancient tradition, and every corner holds something unexpected. This is your guide to making the most of 2 days in Shanghai. So we're starting today in arguably one of the most recognizable, most popular parts of Shanghai, and that is Nanjing Walking Street. Now the thing is, we've just been to Walking Street in Wuhan, we've just been to Walking Street in Chongqing. Those were both really unique and really nuts in their own little ways, which is what we loved about them. This feels a little bit overly westernized, dare I say, compared to those two.
We could be in London right now. That's how it feels, honestly. However, we can appreciate how beautiful and how luxurious it is. You know, there's always sometimes when you're traveling for a while, you want a bit of taste of home. This feels like that. If you need to just top up things from the shops that you recognize, this is a perfect place to come and do that. But we do prefer streets that have a bit more traditional charm to them. We've got M&M's, which is in London. We've got Sephora. There is China charm to it, but a lot less than before.
It is really wide. It's really clean. You will definitely have your shopping needs met here,
Yeah.
but we don't need to do any shopping. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to head 45 minutes west out of this city, and we're going to discover, hopefully discover, what the ancient Shanghai used to be, or still is. So the town that we're headed to is called Zhujiajiao, and it's right on the very western edge of the Shanghai municipality, the population of which is 25 million people. This town makes up less than 100,000 of those people, so about 0.5% of the entire municipality of Shanghai lives there.
So you can take the metro there, but it does take a long time, like maybe over an hour from the People's Park area. It is a really cheap option, but today we decided to use our good friend's DD to take us there in the car, which is a lot more expensive. Still reasonable, but it takes only about 45 minutes to get there. We actually spent the whole day at Disneyland Shanghai yesterday, and it was the most incredible day. But we spent 12 hours on our feet. That's the reason why we felt like getting a taxi, just to save our feet as much as we can today, because we still do have a lot of walking.
So that ended up being just 40 minutes, even with a bit of traffic, and only 120 yuan somehow, which is ridiculously cheap, so we might even get the car on the way back. The only issue is I put the destination pin in the wrong place, so we have to walk about 5 or 10 minutes now. But
It's okay.
it's a lovely place to walk, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. It's really quite quiet as well. It's really nice.
I was a little curious as to what everyone over there is crowding around. It turns out it's just live crabs, which is about as fresh as it gets, I imagine.
There is a huge contrast in this place compared to where we just were. Way more traditional, more authentic. There's so much character. This is weird. Something's happening over here. It's like an explosion. Then there's a rice cracker that appears.
Whoa!
Oh, that's so scary. There's a machine making it, and then once it's finished, it explodes out of the machine.
That's one of the most unusual food preparation methods I've ever seen, and most dangerous for sure. Now, whenever you go in the street foodie areas of China, you always come across these really fresh-looking fruit with the steam coming out of it. I've always walked past them. This time, I'm actually going to try something. I'm thinking the sugarcane, because I love sugarcane. It tastes amazing. It tastes really, really good. Really sweet, as you would imagine, but with some health benefits at least. Seeing quite a few interesting things on the menu here that we haven't seen before in Asia. We've got some frog, seen some turtle, and a few other unidentifiable things that I'm pretty sure you can't find in the proper city of Shanghai. Look at that bridge.
Wow, this is so beautiful. It really is a water town, isn't it?
They actually call this place the Venice of Shanghai, or the Venice of China even, and it can definitely see why. We are seeing a lot of boats on the canal, so we're going to try and find one to take us around. So that was relatively straightforward and simple as well. 200 yuan for an entire boat, up to 6 people. We've got it all to ourselves, just the 2 of us.
This is such a nice experience, coming away from those busy streets and then just having a private boat to yourselves with a driver. It's so relaxing, actually. And you can just go through and see all of the ancient buildings. It's a really beautiful town.
Wow, it actually gets even prettier than it did before. It's a lot more quiet and serene than I thought it would be in this part of town. Ni hao!
Okay, so very abruptly we got told to leave the boat, and he's just dropped us here. We have no idea where we are, and if he's going to pick us back up. I have no idea. He doesn't speak any English, so it's really difficult to figure out what's going on. Okay, bye then.
It has, however, brought us to a very nice part of town, and we're thinking maybe it's a return ticket and we just grab another boat on the way back, actually. I think we were under the impression it was like a round trip, so you get taken around, then you come back to the point where you started, but maybe not. We'll find out later if we actually get a return trip. I tell you what, though, I would have never thought this was only 45 minutes away from one of the biggest metropolises in the world. That's for sure. Fishy foot spa, yes. Feeling it? No? Okay.
So we've just seen this sign and it says yellow wine. Now, I've seen this before, but I don't actually know what it is. So I think we're going to investigate. Also, how cute is this drawing? That's enough to get me in as it is. What is yellow wine?
Chinese traditional wine.
Oh, Chinese traditional wine. We've definitely never had that before. Do I shout?
45.
45.
So, turns out this is actually the famous rice wine, the Chinese rice wine, or I think they call it Shaoxing wine here. I can't believe we actually haven't had a chance to try this up until now. We've been in China nearly 3 weeks. This is good for cooking, this is good for drinking. Is it actually yellow? Looks more brown than yellow. It almost looks like Coca-Cola, but I'm not expecting it to taste like Coca-Cola. That's a very interesting flavour, like nothing I've ever tasted before. It's got kind of a fermented taste to it. I think that's probably the glutinous rice and the yeast. You need to try this.
I'm not sure I'm sold on your description. Whoa. That smells really, really different to what I'm used to. Whoa. So it's a bit like vinegar mixed with miso with ice. That is exactly what that tastes like. Interesting. I'll drink it, but I don't think I'd order it again.
Yeah, it's definitely just one of those flavours that as a Westerner or a foreigner that's never had it before, it's going to take a little bit of getting used to.
In a way, it doesn't really taste alcoholic. It literally just has like this savoury kind of flavour. That's what I'm getting from it. I can't believe that this is what they drink.
I think the more and more I have of this, the more and more I might be enjoying it. But the flavour is actually pretty complex. I'm not sure. I think the bottle might be putting me off because it kind of looks like Bundaberg from the corner of my eye. Yeah, it's not bad. 45 yuan for that drink and that view. That was worth coming here alone. This is the name of the place, Shuyu Tower.
Ni hao. No, okay, we can't use it to go back. So that was an expensive 5-minute boat trip. I mean, it's very nice, but expensive.
So there's your hot tip. You can't miss this when you're in Shanghai, but don't take the boat unless there's 6 of you. You can just walk everywhere. Everywhere is accessible by foot, and it's actually kind of nicer in a way to just explore that way. Well, that was a nice flying visit to this 1700-year-old town. It can easily be done in a day trip from Shanghai City, and I know there were many nooks and crannies that we probably didn't explore, but right now we have a hankering for some real Chinese dumplings because we haven't had any of those the entire time we've been in China. So that is our next mission today. Honestly, food is one of the greatest joys of traveling. But what isn't a joy is spending half of your trip in the hotel bathroom, regretting every single bite of that mystery street food special. And then just when you think things can't get any worse, you realize you need a doctor, which is when the real horror show begins. Surprise medical bills! Not so fun. Well, we've partnered with Safety Wing because their Nomad insurance is perfect for people like us who are digital nomads. But even if you're someone who just books that one trip a year and somehow still ends up in the emergency room, this is for you. Their travel medical insurance is so simple and affordable, it works out to just a few dollars a day, which is a lot less than that stale airport sandwich which probably put you in the hospital in the first place. Now, obviously, no one plans to get ill or injured while traveling, but as we've learned over the last 3 years, things do and can happen. From being eaten alive by leeches in Sri Lanka to the infamous Bali belly. That was a dark, dark time we do not speak of. Having Safety Wings travel medical insurance just gives us that extra peace of mind now. No stress, no financial panic, just safe in the knowledge that we are free to do what we love, which is explore, eat way too much food, and try not to get run over by scooters. So when you're planning your next adventure, check out Safety Wing's Nomad Insurance. I've popped a link in the description below for you. Your future self will thank you. All right, so we have just traveled a little over an hour to the northern part of Shanghai, the Sanmen Road area, because apparently there are some of the best reviewed dumplings in the city right here. And after all that rice wine, we are absolutely starving. So I hope these live up to the hype. You probably noticed that it's already starting to get kind of dark, and that's something that's actually messing with us a little bit as well. When we started our trip through China, we were around the middle part in Chengdu. Now we're all the way on the eastern coast in Shanghai. There's one time zone in the entire country. So as we've gone further and further east, sunset has come earlier and earlier. So it started around 6:30 in Chengdu. It's now around 5 o'clock. Oh, did you?
Yeah, there.
Dancing dumplings, here we go. Wow, an entire restaurant devoted to dumplings. There's only locals eating here. I'm a happy man. Within 5 seconds of us sitting down, we have 2 kinds of starters. I think one is radish. We have some tea and some alcoholic wipes.
We were waiting here for someone to take our order, and then I just totally forgot and realised that we order on the barcode using WeChat or Alipay. So it's a really common thing to do here, but I keep forgetting that that's how you do it. So I'm going to use my WeChat and order. I think we know what we want, and the food looks delicious.
While we're waiting, I'm going to try some of this amazing looking radish. Really crunchy. Not a lot of flavour to the radish itself, but the sauce that it's in is really powerful, packs a punch. Salty, sweet, a little bit of umami, really good little appetizer. These things, I'm not entirely sure what they are. They're some kind of nut, I want to say. That is such a familiar flavour, I can't put my finger on it. It's like a peanut, but not quite.
I have just noticed something so cool. This is our table. It's quite a small table, you know, considering all of the food that we've got. Problem solved. Whoa. I was thinking we might need to use this table. This is perfect.
I don't know if this is actually for food or just putting your elbows on and not having them in the way of the food. That feels a lot more correct to me. It's really nice as well, very therapeutic. So 4 separate dishes, that came to just 9 yuan in total for both of us. £10, unbelievable value, or we'll see. Now these are really interesting. We saw these in Koh Lanta for the very first time in Thailand. This lady had a stall there where she would do these dumplings, and then she would put like a batter around the dumplings when they were in the pan, and it ended up looking like this, almost like a netting. So you have to kind of break them up and then take one individually, and they're going to be really hot. So I'm going to leave them for a minute.
Adam can wait, but I absolutely cannot. Crispy, crunchy. I'm gonna dip it. Cheers. That is delicious. Our steamed dumplings have just arrived. These ones have got Chinese cabbage inside, and the ones underneath have got loads of different kinds of vegetables and a vegetarian chicken, and also some noodles in there. I'm gonna try one of these sweet and sour chicken things. Oh, wow. Is that the best thing I've had in China? Yes. Oh my god. And this one is actually eringi mushroom and zucchini. And last but not least, we have got the vegetarian chicken dumplings. So you can see the assortment of vegetables and the chicken in there.
I have acquired some chili oil to put in my dipping vinegar. I need some kind of chili or heat with every meal that I have, but this has been absolutely incredible. It's met every single dumpling desire that me and Yaz both had and gone above it. Oh man, I am so happy but also so sad because it's probably going to be a while before we have that again. Dancing dumplings, unbelievable. We are about to get our first look at the Oriental Pearl Tower at night. It looked insane during the day. I can't even imagine what it's going to look like now. Yo, that's nuts.
Whoa, that is so beautiful. The way that that lights up at night is stunning. I can't even describe it. It's so pretty. It's like sparkly. You've got all these shapes. I've never seen a building like that before. I think that's probably one of the prettiest buildings I've ever seen.
Oh, it's tied with Marina Bay Sands. And then all the other ones around it are what makes it as well. You've got the bottle, you called it the bottle opener one.
Yeah, because there's a hole in the top, so it looks like a bottle opener.
And then the one next to that, which has a kind of spinning top with the graphics.
Yeah.
One of the most spectacular skylines ever seen.
And all of the skyscrapers that are lower than the Oriental Pearl look tiny compared to it, and they are massive as it is.
So all of that magnificence is actually on the other side of the river here. So we've just climbed up these set of stairs. It's just gotten 10 times better. So this entire riverfront that you can see stretches for 1.6 miles from beginning to end. Kind of reminds me of the Pearl in Mumbai. Do Do you remember that? With all the white lights along the side, kind of looks like a pearl necklace.
Which gave it the name, didn't it?
That's right, yeah, and it's a really, really nice effect. We have to say goodbye to that skyline for now, unfortunately, because Yaz has found us a bar. Apparently it's one of the best bars in the area, so we could be on for best dumplings and best bar in one day. Let's hope so. Wow, for no reservation and just walking off the street, that's pretty good.
That's a lovely view.
Well done. We've looked at a lot worse while having a drink, haven't we? Yaz is having a glass of wine because she hasn't had one since we arrived in China. My favourite drink is a Negroni, and on this menu there are 3, and I don't know what to decide between them. The lovely waitress just took our order. She asked me, is it okay for the Negroni to be strong? Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm good. So Yasmin's wine has turned up. Oh yeah, and my Negroni is a theatre production. What is that? I'm so glad I got the smoky one. I guess I just pour it into my glass. Oh, here it comes. Whoa. That is one of the most unique views and one of the most unique drinks.
Oh, that was cool.
Do you know what? For the 7th floor of a building and some ways back from the bank of the river, this is an incredible view. This is really, really impressive. This is a gem. Absolute gem. Good morning from a very grey, very rainy Shanghai. It's actually only our second day, or second time seeing rain in China, so we can't be too mad about it. In over 3 weeks. Oh dear, we're busting out the rain jacket for the first time.
First time in China. Gonna be needed, I think. Look at the state of it. But we're not gonna let it slow us down today, are we?
So yesterday we saw an old town in Shanghai municipality. Today we want to see the actual old city of Shanghai itself. But before all that, we need to get some breakfast. I need to get Yaz some coffee, otherwise I have to reboot her entire circuit board and then I can't turn her back on for 24 hours. So really important to do that. But before any of that, we need to find an umbrella. All days, please have an umbrella. Please have an umbrella. Don't see any umbrellas.
Umbrella.
Yes.
She knows the drill. She didn't even ask me, she's already unwrapped it and taken off the label. 25 yuan, not bad to keep us dry for the day.
Yay! Thank God we have that. Otherwise this video would turn into a weatherproofing test for the Sony A7C. Alright, umbrella check. Now we want to show you guys the most epic breakfast spot that we've been to every single morning since we've been in Shanghai. It's a little bit unusual if you're a Westerner to eat this kind of thing, but you'll see why we love it in a second. So this place is called Jie Jie Teng Bao. It's actually a chain of restaurants here in Shanghai at least. I'm not sure about the rest of China. And they do the most incredible noodles. Specifically, scallion oil noodles that we absolutely love. We've had them every single morning.
And I've just ordered to put it through on our WeChat and then it will come within a few minutes.
Cool, what are you having?
Not only are these noodles delicious, they are also only 12 yuan, so that is a pretty decent price of breakfast.
We ordered these noodles 3.5 minutes ago. They are already here, steaming hot, and yes, it is literally wheat noodles covered in a onion flavored oil. We know there's not much nutritional value. We don't care. They're so good.
Right, so the first step is to give it a little mixy mix, and then you burn the roof of your mouth when you're eating them. Oh, so good, John. They're just so delicious. There's nothing to not like about these. There's nothing offensive in there. It's just really lovely onion flavour. The noodles are super chewy and soft.
They are so good. They are definitely worth the second-degree burns you get from eating them. 100%. Now I like things a little bit punchier, a little bit spicier, even in the morning. So I'm going in with some chili oil. Quite a lot of chili oil, to be honest. I like to live life on the edge. And then some of this vinegar that they have on the side of the table. Just a little bit of that, kind of like a teapot. And then it's mixing time. I don't think I could ever get bored of this breakfast. It's like a party in your mouth. So simple, so perfect. How much did you say this was? 12 yuan per bowl.
£1.30 each.
Absolutely unreal. Every single time we've had it, it's been great. We've done such a good job of talking these noodles up. Imagine if they were really bad today. Cut. Let's go somewhere else.
I'm literally on my last piece of noodle. Noodle.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. My God, everything about that, the flavor, the portion sizes, the price, There's nothing not to like. Don't knock noodles for breakfast until you've tried it. We barely even need the umbrella now. It's kind of stopped raining for the time being. It doesn't look like it's going to stop today. It looks like it's going to get really bad. So coffee-wise, as we've mentioned before in a few of our other China videos, there's two main players for us. There's Manna Coffee and...
Sorry, that man's taking an interest in what you're doing.
Ni hao! How are you? He's shocked to see two foreigners standing here in Shanghai. The light is green. Bye-bye! Bye! So yeah, two major players with coffee, Manna Coffee and Luckin Coffee. We've decided that our favourite is...
Luckin! Let's Luckin, Luckin!
Luckin Coffee, Luckin. So every single morning on this street there is a gigantic queue, normally about 3 times the length of what you're seeing right now. It's for a place called Park Hotel Delhi. Now, we googled it yesterday and it turns out that they're famous for their all butter biscuits.
Yeah,
all
biscuit
butter cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah, now they must be really good for people to, even in the rain, be queuing up like that. The human race is such a fascinating species, I think, sometimes. The things that we queue up for, really interesting. Just before we go to get coffee, we realised we've been here for 3 days now and haven't actually seen People's Park, which is right next to Nanjing Pedestrian Street.
We've walked past it multiple times, but never been inside it.
So we're going to give it a quick little tour right now. Still unsure how zebra crossings work in China, to be honest. They either stop or they don't. It's kind of like a lottery. Honestly, before we came to China, I was really worried that there'd be zero English anywhere. And for the most part, that's kind of the case. But when it comes to public transport, most hotels, they're really good with that. So it makes things a breeze getting around. Here we are, the People's Park. And of course, the first thing you're greeted with is a Starbucks coffee. So well maintained and well kept. Even the benches are really clean. It's such a contrast to see coming from a place like the UK. Obviously they maintain it to an acceptable level, but that's it, just the bare minimum. This is way beyond that.
There's a roller coaster.
Oh, that's new. That's very new. They kept quiet about that. There's no signs for a roller coaster in Shanghai People's Park. That's just made Yasmin's day. But we've already been to Disneyland.
It might be a bit wet and soggy.
It's definitely not abandoned. I think it's just shut today because it's still very well maintained as well. I just can't believe that this is the main park in a city of 25 million people and we're pretty much the only people here right now. So grateful for these trees right now. It's actually raining pretty hard, but I can barely feel any of it because we're covered by them. There's a lot of cats in this park, aren't there?
They like to brush up against you, which is cute. And then they'll probably just go again in a second. Hello. Hello. Hey, come back. Here's a fat cat. Oh, he likes to cuddle. Oh no, he doesn't. Bye then.
You know what? I think that's the exploration bone kind of itched for a few hours. It's time to finally go get our coffee, I think. If we can find our way out of here now. We've accidentally strolled into Jurassic Park, I think. Now, obviously, the biggest coffee chain here is probably Starbucks. They are literally everywhere, but their coffee is pretty whack, just like me when I try to use young people lingo. So unless it's an absolute emergency, like let's say it's 10:01 and Yaz hasn't had her coffee yet, then we try and avoid it at all costs and go to either Luckin or Manna. It is really quiet in here. I think this branch mainly caters to office workers in and around the area, and we're sort of inside of an office block right now, but we're just going to enjoy these, drink them up, and then we're going to head on to the Shanghai subway for the very first time. The chili oil and the coffee are doing unspeakable things in my colon. Alright, just 2 stops on the metro and we've arrived in the old city. This subway station is really beautiful.
It feels actually like it's just been made. It's so new. I think so far Shanghai's metro system is probably my favourite.
Also, I know this is really nerdy, but I think the Shanghai Metro logo is the best one of all the metro systems we've been on so far.
That was one of the first things Adam noticed. He was like, oh, that looks so cool. It's got the S Shanghai and the M for Metro blended in a logo.
It's simple, but it works and it's effective. It is so rainy and the clouds are so low that the Oriental Pearl Tower is only visible from the second half down. It's the most surreal thing to look at. It looks like it just disappears. It is gridlock in this part of Shanghai, but just like any other city that we've been to in China, you can barely hear any engines whatsoever because something like 80% of the cars here are electric.
It almost seems like 99.9% are electric.
That's what it sounds like right now. I mean,
Yeah.
if we were in any other city in Asia, we would have to scream in order for you to hear us.
Oh yeah. So here we are, we have just arrived at the old city. We can just see the first glimpse of it right here behind us. There's such a huge contrast between the modern part of Shanghai and this. So we're going to head straight in and explore it a little deeper.
Oh wow, it's very dark because the buildings are so close together. It's actually providing a little bit of shelter. Honestly, you come in here and it feels like you're in the middle of a village in the countryside, not in the middle of one of the biggest metropolises in the entire world.
I love that they are playing traditional Chinese music. It's really setting the mood here. I'm already getting such a nice vibe.
There are a lot of tourists here, but it doesn't feel crammed or chaotic in any way whatsoever. There's plenty of room for everyone.
Can you imagine like life before these big skyscrapers, how people lived in these little ancient towns? Well, to them it would have been towns, I suppose. Now they're ancient. They're so nice.
I'm guessing this was a building at some point, but now it's being renovated by the looks of it.
Temporarily closed.
I think this is the famous tea house here that we were really looking forward to trying out. Obviously, China is incredibly well known for its tea. The coffee here is amazing, and we haven't had a proper cup of Chinese tea since our very first day in Chengdu, three and a half weeks ago.
Which cost us an arm and a leg, by the way. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it. We'll link it here.
Yeah. We've just accidentally wandered into a canteen-style restaurant, I think, from the looks of it.
I'm surprised actually how quiet it is in here, because normally when we come to food courts or places like this, they're rammed and they're so hot with all the steam from the food cooking, but this is so chill.
There is so much food here. Right now I'm halfway, goes all the way back there and all the way down there. Unbelievable. All right, looks like we've got to go get ourselves a tray because there's no way we're missing out on this food. It looks too good. All right, we've got three beautiful looking dishes there. 71 yuan, it's about £7.50. Not bad at all, not bad.
I was wondering where the chopsticks or the cutlery was. Look at this. A drawer full of them. Wow.
We came in here at the perfect time. It's raining harder than it's rained all day long.
And now this place is filling up so quickly.
I have always wanted to try these rice cakes. I think in Korea they're called tteokbokki. I'm not sure what they're called in China. Didn't even know they had them in China, but here we go. They're very, very strange things. They look like really fat noodles.
You think I like it?
They're kind of soft, squidgy, in like a gravy. Not bad.
I was not expecting that.
It tastes almost like an English style gravy. I thought you would like that. I thought you would like that. Very, very unusual texture. Much better than I thought it would be. Next up, we have some deep fried puffed tofu in a red hot chili sauce. Like I need more of that today.
Your mouth is full of chili oil.
Yeah, I'm sure. Wow.
Oh.
At least I got mine in my mouth. Whoa, that's fiery.
That's a creeper.
Great texture on the tofu though, very chewy, crunchy on the outside. Okay, we need a break from that one, I think. Chinese greens.
I love Chinese greens so much.
Nicely steamed, still got a bit of crunch. Soy sauce at the bottom.
I actually love vegetables so much. They're like one of my favourite foods. That sounds really sad.
That's an underrated dish, that is, or a side dish at least. This little tiny city within a city is an absolute maze. Big shout out to Apple Maps and also the little signs around the town to help us out get around here. We have just found one of our firm favourite street food snacks here in China that we haven't seen for a few days, so we're gonna have to try this one in Shanghai. Yes, we had scallion noodles for breakfast, and now for a lunchtime snack, we're having
Brilliant pancakes.
That's it.
And they smell good.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. Simplicity truly is the key to good food, I think.
It really is, and you never normally say that. It's quite oily, but in a nice way. The onion flavour is so good, crunchy outside, and then it's really like soft and squidgy in the middle.
so good and so satisfying. I could have 51 of them in one go. Well guys, sadly that is it for Shanghai. We have had the most incredible time exploring the city, but tomorrow morning we are heading to the capital city of this incredible country, finally, Beijing. That's it. So make sure you're subscribed, make sure your notifications are on. We will see you in the next video from Beijing.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye.